Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, I hope everything's good at your end. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope everything's good. Guys, I want to talk about a fight that I'm pretty excited about if it gets made. There has been a lot of talk. I don't know whether this fight will get made, but if it does get made, I think there's a treat on our hands. And that is Isaac Cruz v. Ryan Garcia. Now, a lot of people have asked my opinion about this fight and what I think is going to happen if these two were to square off, and what actually happens if these two actually fight. Ryan Garcia is a very, very good fighter. He's got fast hands. You know, not the fastest feet, but he's got power in his punches. He definitely hits hard, and he definitely is a problem. You know, in my opinion, he's a danger and a threat for anybody in the lightweight division. I think he could be a problem. I think he could potentially cause anyone issues. You know, his fight against Luke Campbell definitely showed us that there's a few flaws there. You know, he can definitely be hit and hurt. He was put down hard, but he managed to come back and you know, knock Luke Campbell out, which obviously is a good sign. It shows heart. It shows determination. It shows the willingness. It shows that he's got, you know, he can come back from adversity, which, you know, many fighters can't. You know, there was always an asterisk over Mike Tyson. A lot of people thought that he never had to face any adversity. You know, whenever he did face adversity, you know, he always got beat when, you know, he never was able to come back from adversity. But what, you know, I always felt that was unfair on Mike, because Mike Tyson was such a brute and such an animal that he used to knock a lot of guys out. And look, against Buster Douglas, if you watch that fight, he showed a lot of heart. Now, yeah, he wasn't able to ever come back, but some guys, he was so good in his prime that he was bashing everybody up. But let's not take away that Mike Tyson had a huge heart. Look at the fight against Lennox Lewis. You know, he took so much punishment and he kept going until he left on his shield. So, you know, I feel like Mike Tyson sometimes get unfair criticism. But what I would say is this. That I think this Isaac Cruz and Ryan Garcia fight would be a great fight. Isaac Cruz he's a brute. You know, this is like a mini Mike Tyson coming forward and looking to rip you in half. I think he's a big problem. If I'm honest with you, I think that dude is a monster. I'm telling you, that dude can really fight. He's tough. You know, I think he gave Gervonta Davis all he could handle. Look, Ryan Garcia and Isaac Cruz look pretty keen on that fight. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, apparently, Oscar De La Hoya said that they offered Isaac Cruz $1 million. That's a lot of money for Isaac Cruz. I don't think Isaac Cruz would be making huge money like that. So that's a lot of money for someone like Isaac Cruz. However, I will say this. I think Isaac Cruz knocks out Ryan Garcia on the evidence of what I saw. Now, look, Ryan Garcia has got fast hands and he can punch. So if Isaac Cruz comes forward, who knows? He may be able to hurt Cruz. But Cruz looks very tough to me. Cruz looks very tough to me. And he looks stylistically, he looks like a guy that is all wrong for Ryan Garcia. If Ryan Garcia can't hurt him and get him out of there, I don't see how Ryan Garcia is going to win that fight. The amount of pressure this guy puts on and the power that he's got, the relentless pressure that he puts on. Look, let's not forget, Gervonta Davis is a heavy-handed guy, and he took all of Gervonta Davis's his punches, and he wasn't just taking his punches; he was coming forward and making it a horrible fight for, you know, Gervonta Davis. Leonard Ellaby said there's no way Ryan Garcia's team would take that fight. I'm kind of on the same page in the sense that I think it would be a crazy move, because I actually think that Cruz is a problem for Ryan Garcia. If I'm honest with you, I don't see why, you know, if you're Oscar De La Hoya, why you would be putting Ryan Garcia in with Isaac Cruz. You know, I actually think it could be a mistake. Personally, I think it could be dangerous putting him in there, because look, Ryan Garcia for me is a potential cash cow, and I think they've got to manage him right. Now, it may be a case where you're thinking to yourself, you know what, Ryan Garcia, if he's not that guy, we got to find out if he's that guy. You know, we got to find out if he's the real deal. So Oscar De La Hoya might be willing to take the punt. Plus, Oscar De La Hoya was always somebody that he kind of promotes the way he used to fight. Like, he used to jump in with anyone and everyone. I do think of late he has become a bit more strategical. Back in the day, because he had so many fighters, he was just making the best fight the best, and he was doing what he was doing. I think now that he hasn't got the fighters he used to have, and I think he's being far more protective, and he's being far more strategical with how he matches guys, because he knows Ryan Garcia is one of his marquee fighters. If he loses, that's going to hurt his credibility. So Oscar De La Hoya has been managing very carefully, has been protecting him, because there's a lot of guys that want to get their hand on Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis, we know, wants to fight Ryan Garcia, because Gervonta Davis, for me, looks at a lot of weaknesses in Ryan Garcia, and he thinks that Ryan Garcia is vulnerable and there for the taking. So I can understand why Gervonta Davis would be running at that fight. Honestly, I think Isaac Cruz is all wrong. I would pick Isaac Cruz to knock out Ryan Garcia, and I know some people may disagree with me. Some people may say, nah, they pick Ryan up. I just think Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz's style would be a huge problem. I generally do feel that way. I think Isaac Cruz is all wrong. I think he personally would beat Ryan Garcia. I think he would stop him. I do, and maybe some of you might disagree, but I just think the pressure, the strength, the power, the relentless pressure. I don't know whether Ryan Garcia will be able to handle that. If Ryan Garcia's hand speed and power is not able to get Cruz out of there, there's no way Ryan Garcia is going to box to it. But I don't think Ryan Garcia is the best boxer in the world. I don't see a way how Ryan Garcia boxes himself to a 12-round decision. I just think there'll be somewhere along the line where Cruz will get him, and Cruz won't let go. You see, like I said, Cruz is like a mini Mike Tyson. He keeps coming, and he's powerful. He can punch. Look at the way he dealt with Gamboa. You know, look Gamboa, right? I know he's old and he's a veteran and he's past his best. I get all of that. But Gamboa went 12 with, Gervonta. He went the distance with Devin Haney. And this guy just completely battered him from pillar to post. He completely ruined him and battered him. Literally battered him. So, yeah, man, I think Isaac Cruz is a problem for Ryan Garcia. I don't know whether they're going to be putting him anywhere near Isaac Cruz. I think, is it all talk? Although Ryan Garcia, look, I believe Ryan Garcia wants to fight. Ryan Garcia is a fighter. Of course he'd want the fight. But I don't know whether it'd be smart of Oscar De La Hoya putting him in there with Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz is dangerous, man. He's dangerous. Like I said, I think it would be crazy for them to be putting him in with Isaac Cruz at this point in his career. I think Isaac Cruz knocks him out. I do. And people may disagree with me. People say no, but I think Isaac Cruz knocks out Ryan Garcia. Genuinely. I think it'll be a problem. Moving on, we had Dillian Whyte v Tyson Fury today in terms of the weigh-in. Both guys came in in good shape. Neither of these guys are aesthetic gods. Neither of these guys, come in with 8-packs and 6-packs. They have a lot of fat on them. Tyson Fury came in just under a stone heavier than Dillian Whyte. I believe Tyson Fury was 264.5 and Dillian was 253, I think. But yeah, there is a massive height difference in this fight. Look, I think we're in for a barnstormer. I think we're gonna experience a great fight. I think it's gonna be a cracking fight. I think Fury is going to be Fury. I think Dillian Whyte's got to make this fight rough, tough. He's got to make it horrible. He's got to make it an awkward, horrible, rough, savage type of fight if he wants to get the W here. I think, he's got to land something big. He's got to trouble Tyson. I feel like, look, when you go in against a good boxer, a lot of people think, yeah, he's the only chance he's got to land one big one. No, it's the things that you do prior to landing that big one. So how do you work the body? Now, we know Dillian Whyte is called a body snatcher. So he's a good body puncher. So Dillian Whyte's going to have to, for me, smash Tyson Fury to the body, to the arms. He's got to be dirty. He's got to be really dirty. And, it sounds crazy saying that, but I think Dillian Whyte's got to be really dirty in this fight. He's got to ruffle Fury. He's got to make it horrible, awkward. He's got to make it a rough and tough fight. He's just got to make it rough and tough and horrible, you know, because if Fury gets into his rhythm, it's going to be very hard for Dillian Whyte to get him out of that rhythm. So, like I said, I think Dillian Whyte's just got to make it a rough and tough fight. He's got to make it horrible. He's got to make Fury doubt himself. And that's the best possible chance that I would give Dillian Whyte. He's got to make it rough. He's got to make it tough. And he's just got to stick it on him. He's got to stick it on him and hope, you know, he's able to wear Tyson Fury down and stop him. But for me, Tyson Fury at this moment is the best heavyweight in the world. I think the confidence, the momentum that guy's got, I think he's going to take some beating. I think he's going to take some stopping. I honestly can't see Dillian Whyte getting this win. But look, it's heavyweight boxing. Anything's possible. But if you're asking me for my prediction, I think Tyson Fury gets Dillian Whyte out there between 7 to 10 rounds. I think Tyson Fury's now, he's the complete fighter. He's a guy that can box, move. He's a guy that can, you know, bludgeon you and knock and come forward and batter you, put a lot of pressure on you. He's very effective doing that. So for me, Tyson Fury is the complete fighter right now, and I think Tyson Fury is going to take some beating. Tyson Fury is going to take some dislodging because he right now is a monster. Simple as that. He's a monster, and I don't see anyone beating Tyson Fury. That's my honest opinion. I think the only guy that I would give a good chance of potentially beating Tyson Fury is Alexander Usyk. And a lot of people would say no to that as well. But I honestly think Usyk is a problem for Tyson Fury. But I think all these other guys, I think Tyson Fury eats him. I think Tyson Fury eats him for breakfast. He's just on another level right now. The momentum, the confidence, the IQ, he's just, for me, the complete fighter right now. So it's going to take some beating. He's going to take some beating. And I don't think Dillian Whyte is the man to beat Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury might box smart early on in the fight. I think he's going to box smart. He's going to make it difficult for Whyte. And then 7 to 10, I think after about midway through the fight, I think Tyson Fury is going to start pressuring. He's going to start catching Dillian Whyte with a lot more shots. He's gonna try to burst that pipe. You know, pressure breaks pipes, and I think that's what Tyson Fury is gonna do. I think Tyson Fury is gonna eventually, after midway, he's gonna put a lot of pressure on Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's gonna tire, and then I think that Tyson Fury is gonna take him out. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think people underestimate Tyson Fury's physical strength. I think they underestimate Tyson Fury's punching power. Tyson Fury can punch. Tyson Fury's strong. Tyson Fury's he's durable. He recovers really well. So yeah, I think Tyson Fury's he's some force right now, and I think he's gonna break down Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte Dillian Whyte might even drop him. You know, there is a possibility Dillian Whyte might drop Tyson Fury. You know, but I think Tyson Fury will be rugged. He'll get through it. And I think Tyson Fury will then, mid to late rounds, I think Tyson Fury will force the stoppage and stop Dillian Whyte. That's my prediction for the fight. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.